Hi everyone, this is Sevia Turquesa Dots, and I'm back to share a DT project that I made for Luisa's, I don't know why I said Lisa, Luisa's digital kids. So I'm going to try to film this. The kids are super hyper today and they're walking around, so excuse them if they come in and make loud noises. But I'm sitting in the corner of my studio with very little space because I haven't had time to clean up, and I've been working on this project, and yeah, it's a mess. But I love how it turned out, and I got to try a whole bunch of things that I had not tried. So I'm super excited to share them with you. I hope you like it. Luisa, I hope you like what I made with your kit. Thank you so much for keeping me in your design team for this month. So first of all, I'd like to tell you that I created my first little binder. So that's what it looks like when it's closed. And what I did was that I cut out some chipboard, and this is a paper that from Luisa's kit, this cover here, and her kit is called Treasures and Trinkets, and there's a whole bunch of images that you can use. I mean, she packed this kit with so much that you'll have tons of projects to make out of it. So I just used a few of the things and a whole bunch of the trinket images that she had included. But there's still a whole bunch of papers that I have printed out that I can use in other projects. So let me start with how I created this. This cover here is chipboard, and so is the spine and the back. Okay, so that's my cover for the little binder. I bound this together with some of that cloth tape that they sell in the medical section at Walgreens, the one that I had used to do my washi tape, the home washi tape. So I just glued that to the whole binding of it, and I painted the whole thing with acrylic paints in 2 tones of pink. And I was thinking of covering that with lace, but I really like how it looks, so I don't think I'm going to be covering that. So that's how it's bound on the outside, and it worked out really nicely. This paper is from her collection. This little treasure and collector pieces, I just fussy cut from her digital kit, and I distressed the edges and used that as a title for my mini. And the way I did my closure for the mini is actually with the dress form. It's not a dress form, it's a corset that Elizabeth just sent me in the rack that she sent. So Elizabeth, I used it, I painted it, I added some satin ribbon to it, then I added some lace to the bottom and at the top, and this little applique here with flowers was sent to me by Nita in my recent swap box that she sent. So I really like how it turned out. So I just glued a magnet back here that Elizabeth also sent. I covered that with one of the tap punch outs that Evelyn had just sent, well, not had just sent, had sent me, and this one had a lace image on it, so I really like that, the look of that paper on the tab. So that's how I covered my ribbon that I had glued down with a magnet, and I just painted the whole background of the corset, and that's my closure. And up here at the front, I have one of the doilies from the paperback lady that I had bought from her, and that's covering the magnet. So that's the closure of it. And then when you open the mini, I actually bound the whole thing, and I used some ring binders that Rosanna had sent. Those are the Tim Holtz ring binders. She had sent me a set of these in her swap rack box that she sent me a long time ago, and I had not been able to use it. So I finally got to use it. So those are applied to this with brass. So what I did was I cut another little spine with the same chipboard. I punched through, and that's how it's covered, and it doesn't show in the front of the book. And then I also used the same tape to bind it in the inside, so it would be reinforced, and painted that. Then added some brown lace here that I'm running out of. I love the brown lace. So I just made a little long pocket by gluing the sides of that. And in here I have one of her little tag shaves that come with the kit. This one just says love is a treasure all on its own. I love the sentiment on that. So this is her image. I fussy cut that, and then I painted the background with acrylics. And this background paper that I have on the inside cover is also from her kit. It's a beautiful brownish taupe damask print. And that's the same paper that's on this first page. And these are all pocket pages. So there's a few pages, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can put into this mini. This image here of the clock I just made into a little pocket by fussy cutting it. And this is also from her kit. And inside I have a couple of things. Some of them are from her kit, and then one other thing is from another ephemera pack. But this little tag here with a journaling space it's from her kit. I just added some lace to that and fussy cut it, and I painted the background with acrylics. This one here is from an ephemera pack that I had in my stash. I just painted the back of it and distressed it. And this beautiful tag is from Luisa's kit. I just added a cherub button that one of my crafty friends had shared with me, and I put it through the hole, and I just made a knot in the back. And this idea is actually something that Luisa had shared in one of her videos, so Scrap lifted that from you. And then in the back I just have a Prima paper that I had left over from a project. I just distressed it and glued it to the back. So that's the back of my tag. And then I added some lace here to the border of the page pocket. And then in here you have, I'm going to stop halfway through and make a part 2 so it doesn't get too long. But these 2 tabs that are in here, this is actually one of those time cards that I had gotten a whole bunch of them from work because they changed the system to a digital one. So the controller gave me a little pack of those that were left over. So I just distressed that and cut it to size. I added another one of the tabs with a lace print of pattern paper on it that Evelyn had sent. Love those. And so that's a background that you can put pictures on. And then on the other side, I have some lace here making a little pocket. I have these 2 little journaling cards or tags that are also from Lisa's kit. Love those. So I only distressed them a little bit because they're already distressed in her kit. And I painted the background or the back part of them with acrylic paint. And then for the back of that tag pocket, this is actually one of those paint chips that you get at Home Depot. Someone from work came to work one day. She was carrying a whole bunch of these. She gave them to me so that I could use them for my project. So I finally got to use one of them, and it looks really cool. So it's a very light sage pink. I mean green. Sorry. And this is another one of those time cards with another one of the tabs. And then on the back, there's another lace here. Those laces are from Lavish Laces. And 2 more journaling cards or little tags that come with Luisa's kit that are love, love, love. These are so beautiful. Beautiful vintage images. So she has these 2. They're the same ones that are on the front page. They're printed onto the paper. But these she added separately so you could fussy cut them and use them. So this one has acrylic paint in the background, and this one has a leftover piece of lace pattern paper that I had in my scraps. I just added some distress ink to that and some acrylic paint to make it all vintagey looking. And let's see. So you pass that page. You already saw what was in the pocket, and the next page here has this pocket down here. Oops, sorry. This pocket down here is one of the doilies that Steph just sent me, Enchanted Steph. So thank you, Steph. I used one of them. I love the size of those. And I added some lace to the top and bottom of that page. It's a taupey. Love that crochet lace so much. That color is beautiful. So I just added that on top to layer it. And this pocket here has a little envelope that comes with a kit. You just cut it and glue it together. And inside the envelope, let's see if they come out well, but there's a whole bunch of image stamps that she has in her kit that I just fussy cut And I have them in here just in case. I'll keep them there, or I'll just maybe add some more tags and pages to it and use them up. So I have them in here. And this tag here, I had painted the tag a little while ago with metallic paints, and I just added some scrap of paper from leftovers that I had. Fussy cut this beautiful key that is from Luisa's kit, and this vintage image of a watch is also from her kit, so I just fussy cut that too. And that's the front of the tag. And then in the back, I have another part of the doily that Steph sent, but this one I distressed with stains, distress stains and ink, and I just had a blast just inking that up. Fussy cut this spoon and fork from Luisa's kit, and I just distressed the edges with walnut stain. And this watch here in the background is also from her kit. And then I just added some lace to the top, and this is a recycled seam binding from one of the racks that I got. So that's the tag on that page. Then this is another paper from her collection. Beautiful. I just love that paper so much. And then this piece here is a jewelry part that I took apart, and I used it as a copper color one. And then this flower here is also one that one of my friends sent me in one of the racks. So that's what the page looks like. And I'll go through this one, and then I'll stop and make a part two. The pocket on the bottom of this next page is it's a fan that also comes in the kit, so I just fussy cut that. Added a button here from my button stash, from the ones that all my friends have been sending me. So thank you. I'm getting to use all of them in my projects. So this tag is also from her collection. Look how beautiful. I love the image on this tag. And it comes just as is. I just fussy cut that. I added another vintage looking button here that I poked through. And I tied a little bow in the back with seam binding. Can't take credit for that because that's Luisa's idea, and I love it. And I just distressed the back of this. This is another one of the scraps of lace pattern paper that I had. I just distressed on top of that when I glued it down. And that's the other tag that's in here. And then this little piece here is also a journaling card that comes with Luisa's kit that I just distressed the edges off, and I painted the background with acrylic paints. So I'm going to stop now, and then I'll make a part two to share with you the rest of it, okay? See you soon.